So, hello, good morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmates. So, for today's lesson, we have discussed about Unit 3, Lesson 3, the structures for facilitating learner-centered teaching. So, in the first discussion, it says there that learning to teach is a lifelong process, which is, I agreed. Because, as I observe, um, even if you are already professionals in the service of teaching, being an instructor, educator, there is still a learning process in which you are still acquiring knowledge from different experiences maybe, and this knowledge will serve as our collection for us to attain or achieve progress in our teaching professions. So the first structure is the formal education or traditional education. So in this kind of structure, it is the back to basics, conventional or customary education. We all know and we all are all familiar with this type of education setup because we have experienced this during our elementary days and secondary days. And to further explain this thing, this education setup, the formal education, is the type of learning where teachers provide his or her student lectures, and in this way teachers are able to explain the lesson very well to his or her students, and after that lecture they will have or ask their students for oral recitations if their students are really listening and acquiring knowledge from that professor or teacher. And at the end of the grading, teachers give tests or examinations to test if the students are really learning in his or her subject. So, going on to the advantages of formal education, the first one is the interactive. When we say interactive, there is an interaction between teachers to his or her students and also students to their fellow students. So, interaction is a very strong advantage of formal education because learnings are being interpreted well and knowledge are effectively transmitted to learners. And the next one is motivating. I remember when there is still a face-to-face classes. When I am in our house, it feels like I am not that 100% motivated to do my to do the activities, to do the tasks I have to finish. But when I enter the school, when every time I enter the classroom, uh, it feels like I am motivated to learn because I see my fellows students also motivated to listen, to do the activities, recite, just like that. So the third one is accessible. In formal education, unlike in this kind of online mode of learning, many of us depends on the presence of technology. While in informal education, we acquire informative learnings from informative discussions. And in this traditional education, we are not depending on what is there in the websites, in the Google, internet, but there is a library available for us, and informations from the books that is really helpful for us to acquire um, more knowledge. So the last one is organize. In this advantage of formal education setup is really an organized type of learning, because we tend to fix things, just like schedules. We are forced to fix our classes schedules, and there is a good flow of learning, and it is not that kind of messy type of learning process. So the next structure of facilitating learner-centered teaching is the alternative learning system, or what we call ALS. So this is a non-formal education program, but the learning process is somehow formal. So it is for dropouts in elementary and secondary schools, out of school youths, non-readers, or senior citizens, working Filipinos. So ALS is a free education program implemented by the Department of Education. So the advantages of this structure is that it provides more educational opportunities for Filipino citizens of different interests. Just like, for example, if you are a senior citizen and you want to learn more about culinary, about cooking, and you take the alternative learning system, in which you acquire more knowledge about your specific interests, and will help you achieve or make a progressive learning for you to attain progress of and fulfill what you want to have. So the next one is that this program cuts the time needed to finish. For example, for dropouts, when you drop out in the grade 8 level, so ALS is a chance for you to proceed into senior high school. And the last one, it is that it gives hope to the less fortunate and provides opportunities for Filipino citizens who wants to learn or study again. This alternative learning system, or ALS, is, I think, a second chance given to Filipino citizens for them to acquire knowledge, acquire new learnings, experiences that they can use as their weapon or tool in progressing or being successful in life. And that's the good thing of the alternative learning system. So that is all my reflection video Um, Thank you and God bless.